Hello, this is Hervé from Comic Book Bin, filling you in since 2002. This is the new Airborne action figure. Airborne is a helicopter assault trooper. He's supposed to be the guy that comes with the Dragonfly or something like Lift Ticket's helicopter, where he descends and just goes on attacking. There's a common mistake that a lot of people make, thinking that Airborne should be a parachute trooper. He's not. He's just like Wolf Spider and Spider Wolf or Mustard, which I'll show you in a while. He's that kind of character. He's an original G.I. Joe character from 1983. He's also in the cartoon continuity. He's kind of a sidekick. So was his brother. And of course, his native. Let's look at him further. I will say that I'm a bit surprised by the reaction to Airborne. I didn't expect him to be a popular character, a figure that everybody was just expecting and waiting for. It seemed that he's that kind of guy, which is surprising. He was always almost like an obscure character in the comics and in the cartoon. Not a bad character, but not the center stage of many stories, except for the few feature episodes that he was in. So that's why I'm a bit surprised that so many people like Airborne right now. But I'm not complaining. Airborne is a good figure, and let's look at him further. But before we do that, let's just compare him with the other assault troopers, helicopter assault troopers. This one is Spider Wolf, and this one I call Mustard because he's got Kamakura's head, which is exactly the same, but a different shade of skin, different skin tone. Those guys, for me, are like crews and so on. They were supposed to be army builders, but the crew at Hasbro decided to make an original character out of him. They're mostly based off a lot of reused material. Airborne seems to be created from different parts. Those guys are based mostly on Scrap Iron's body, if I'm not mistaken. But you can see the resemblance between the two of them, the three of them I should say, and in terms of the function that they occupy in the military. So this is Airborne. In terms of the sculpt and looking and likeness, he has a lighter shade of blue than the almost turquoise aqua blue that he used to wear in the old action figure. But I don't think many people are complaining about that. A lot of people understand that this will probably mean that there will be eventually a retro version of Airborne with quote-unquote the right colors. I haven't been able to articulate him yet. He's still very stiff and I haven't put him in water. So here you can see just the knees are clicking here. This one, whoa, is kind of stuck a bit. It needs just a little bit more love, I guess. Okay, I think I reached pressure limit. Yeah, this guy needs a bath. The backpack obviously is the same as Duke's, but that's based on the original toy. That's why the backpack is exactly the same as Duke's, with the shovel. That's the only reason. Let's start removing layers. So this is like a pad that you put over the glasses here. He also comes with, I believe they're exactly the same kind of night vision trinket that came with Tunnel Rat. Yep. Can you store both at the same time? Technically, not really. I like when figures can store everything, but you could probably put it elsewhere on his body, like that. Let's remove the helmet. show his beautiful face. Airborne. The resemblance is there, obviously. This weapon is a bit too small for him, for his hands. I don't like putting it on. Okay, well, it's the same weapon, I believe, that came with Firefly. He can't crunch. Well, he can, but the crunch is hidden inside because of his vest. But there is one. I'm not exactly sure what build, whose build was used for Airborne, or if it's a brand new one. Let's see if there's some parts reused from this guy. Yeah. Okay, so the arms are definitely scrap irons, so they're the same arms. I can see that. Now the legs are not the same, but they could have been. The vest underneath the shirt, on the undershirt, is not the same. So I don't know exactly who's he's using right now. The likeness, we kind of never saw. Well, we didn't see much of his face, so in terms of likeness, it does look like him. The cartoon version had different pant color, if I'm not mistaken. So there was a definite contrast, up and down parts of his body. The hand seems to be something I've seen before, but I wouldn't be able to tell exactly whose hand he's using right now. The articulation, as you can see, is a bit stiff, and we have to be a bit careful when we try to twist him, because his vest is stuck with the belt and the harness here, and the harness goes to the legs and so on. So just be careful if you try to move him, because you don't want to rip these guys apart. So he can hold his weapon. He can hold most of his stuff, but you'll have to pick between the cover here or this thing, the night vision goggles. You'll have to pick one of them if you want to store almost everything on him. Obviously, knife. Handgun that can use the silencer over there if you need to. And the silencer obviously can be removed. You put here this, or you can store it there. But the weapon does not look as good without the silencer. Neither does this gun, so you may want to change the gun if you have extra side weapon. The articulation, the usual. Stiff. Again, he didn't have a hot water bath yet, nor a blow dryer dry. Rank. The neck moves pretty well, very well I should say. The head feels a bit small compared to other figures. I'm not sure if he's using the same body as the upcoming Ripcord or even Wild Bill, but I'm pretty sure this build has been used before. If not for this character, maybe. Let's see if it was reused for the Televipers. I've got a Televiper here. Let's check it out. Is this a Televiper body? No, the Televiper body is mostly Falcons, not Airborne. So no, I can't tell what figure was used for this guy before, or if anything has been used so far for him. I can't tell right now. That's okay. The ankle articulation here sit just underneath the pants. I don't want to play too much with them because they feel like they're gonna break every time. I don't like that, the feeling. You can tell when you've reached like almost the pressure point where the figure could break on you if you force it too much. The backpack, this kind of stays on sometimes, sometimes not. Exactly with Duke, same problem with Duke, I should say. Sometimes it stays, sometimes it doesn't stay. So might be problematic. Let's put the cover. Well, no, the cover doesn't go on him, obviously. It goes on the helmet. I think I'm gonna leave the shades on him permanently. And they're not the same as the one used for low light. And then I'm gonna put his helmet on and leave this on. Now he looks like a helicopter pilot. I like this very much. I don't know if I can flip this so it doesn't go in the way. I guess I can flip it. This is Airborne. Seems to be a favorite of many collectors. That's a good sign, because he's not the most well-known G.I. Joe character. Let's compare him with Quick Kick to see what's the size on him. If he's taller than Quick Kick. It seems that this latest batch of G.I. Joe Classified seem to be shorter or smaller, more compact than before. Their heads seem much smaller than other Joes. If I compare him to a guy like Chuckles. Chuckles feels a bit bigger. No, almost the same. And he also has a viewfinder that falls all the time. Let's put him with the general. See, the general's head feels like a bigger, wider. Not the same scale at all. The general feels a bit bigger. Good old Shipwreck also feels like a different scale. But now that I'm looking at it, I can see that they both have the same boots on. So Shipwreck's boots seem to be exactly the same. Yeah, they're exactly the same boots on both characters. But the hands seem to be different. So I don't know where Airborne took his, but I can definitely tell that the boots are from Shipwreck. Again, that's okay. That's not a problem at all. That's the way these figures should be produced. They should be reusing as many parts as possible. So this was my review for Airborne. Very simple. I didn't play too much with the articulation. As you can tell, he's a bit stiff from not having taken a bath. and I'm okay with that. So, but I don't want to break the figure at the same time. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin, filling you in since 2002. Like and subscribe.